Yes, I'd like to welcome you back to the Grilder. And as I promised, I have a young businesswoman on the line, Brianna McKnight, the owner of Better, Brighter Buses. Hey, Brianna, why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners?
All right, hi guys. This is Brianna McKnight, the owner of Better, Brighter Buses. Also the owner of We Got Flavor Gelato Company based out in Charlotte, North Carolina. Other than that, I'm so happy to be here today to speak amongst, being a young entrepreneur in today's age. I'm welcomed. I've been getting great energy and I'm ready to knock out this interview. So where do we start?
All right. So first question I got for you now. Of course, it's going to be when you're young. First question: how long? Really, how long did it take you, or you invested in building your business and just being business savvy? Like, how long? Tell me about that.
Truth be told, I've always had a business mindset. I've been walking dogs in my neighborhood since I was 13 years old. So I think
That's different.
That I was going to work for myself. But honestly, I worked in the everyday, 9-to-5 lifestyle job, and it's not for me. I hate being on other people's time. I need freedom within the day. Not having that freedom is what truly, genuinely drives me crazy. But my 9-to-5 did fund, my first build out for my first bus. I came to my spouse at the time, my business partner, and I told him, hey, I want to move in a bus. Let's move in a bus. Let's get a bus. And he was like, no, let's not. I was like, we could save so much money on rent.
Off the grid, right?
Like, yeah, exactly. He was just like, no, you're not getting a bus right now. And then, so, I was just nagging at him for a few months. And one day I really sat him down and I showed him a video of a young lady. I forget, her name is Janelle, and she has I remember like a pet snake named Apollo. Yeah. On YouTube.
Wow. That's good memory.
And yeah. And she was breaking down her cost list of the year and how much money that she saved. And she talked that like how she ate out every night because she saved so much money on rent. And I knew at the time we were paying $18,000 a year in rent.
Wow.
And that was just in rent per month, $1,500 a month.
Yeah, I believe me. I understand that.
Exactly, and I definitely, I'm just like, I don't have time to be making someone else rich and paying off their mortgage. They may own this condo, what if they only have 18 more grand to go and it's paid off and they're going to sell it? Guess who paid off that 18 grand for them,
Yeah.
And, so that's something that I really, tried to stem away from and become like more of like a minimalist. And honestly, it helped me so much. My future me is thanking my old me for it. You know what I mean? Myself now is thanking me for it. And we stayed in there for a few months, and then one day we just decided to sell. And we sold our first bus for $15,000. It had no electricity. It had no running water. All we had was like water pumps and like travel bags. But somebody still bought it, And so that $15,000 was a start for me because we made it our gelato business. We got flavor, and that set off. We got like maybe 2,000 followers within the first 2 to 3 weeks of our business.
Nice.
People were coming everywhere, and they were just like, oh my God, I seen you guys online, or, oh my God, you guys We Got Flavor. And, it was overwhelming. And I say that, it happened too fast, and I didn't have enough, I'm not going to say support
Right, right.
or team, but, being in new cities and trying to find, like, employees or, trustworthy people, especially when you're dealing with, high cash
Right.
volume, you have to be very wary of people. And so for the most part, I was, it was just me and my business partner in there. We're working for ourselves every day in the bus. So, one day we are just like, we've made enough money. We have enough money to go ahead and sell this bus also. We only sold that bus for maybe $10,000. And we already had money from We Got Flavor business, our actual gelato business.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when we had got our money from that, and we combined the two, we had enough to go buy our first small fleet of buses. Well, not even a small fleet. We just bought 3 buses with that. And me and him, we came back and we flipped those buses. And so I'm just like, we're more so in the game of flipping, if you would like to
buses.
say, yeah. So it's like that's kind of our thing, if you want to think about it. No matter what condition it is in, we flip them. So, we got those buses, and we sold all of those buses for about $7,500 each,
Nice.
7,000. So
Wow.
to kind of rough it out, about like 21,000, but we only spent maybe $9,000 for all of those. So that was
wow.
like my first big flip off of just buying something and just flipping it right off of that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm flipping these buses. So we were out and we came to New York and we decided to go around and start looking for buses. And to be so lucky, connect an associate of mine and his, they had a connect with buses. And, we were getting them for wholesale price, and we were just, it skyrocketed from them. My company has made so much money. I never knew buses could be so lucrative, but it has been. You know what I mean? And other than that, I wouldn't change it for the world. I found a niche that not many people, and especially not many people my age, have gotten in. A lot of people my age, they just want to go to lashes or hair extension or da-da-da. And that's cool. Maybe one day I might go to that also, but it'll probably be in a bus boutique, So I have no overhead.
Yeah, that's different.
I have so many ideas or so many things that it is that I could be doing right now, but I want to launch a few turnkey businesses within the buses also, like mobile salons, mobile offices, mobile, travel vans, whatever it is, so to keep the cost efficient down. But, for the most part, looking at my younger self, what things I would have told my younger self versus, things that I know now as a 23-year-old entrepreneur. When I was younger, I wish I would have kept the mindset of, you don't need anybody at first. Don't let anybody, for one, mess up your credit or, ever, be so involved with your finances where sometimes you feel like you don't have control. Other than that, I say go into this open-heartedly. Because for the most part, if you're going in with just the idea of getting money and getting rich, you're going to be broker than even before, because you're going to spend all of your money on, silly things to keep up with an image. I make this money, but if you see me walking down the street, I promise you, I look like, I am homeless. I am
That's that millionaire
home.
status right there.
You got to be like, I always tell myself, it's homeless penthouse mindset. Homeless penthouse. I got to think of it as, I'm sacrificing today. There's been times I've slept in my car.
All right. Now, I have a question for you. I have a question, and I'm pretty sure any young businesswoman has to come to this point. How is it? I heard you say we, your spouse. I heard that. How does what advice would you have for a young businesswoman trying to balance being in a relationship and being a businesswoman? What advice would you give her?
It's going to be very hard, especially if you guys do business with one another, because you're going to be by each other all of the time, and it can literally drive you insane sometimes. Uh, and for myself, I can't say that it has been the easiest for me.
Right.
I've had my hair. I've also, I've had to learn, along the way that, I can't put my company in jeopardy for, anything. Even when it comes to emotions, you really have to take them out and understand that, these two things really are separate. You know what I mean? Your business and your relationship. You can be in a relationship after you clock out, but when you're in work and you're doing things together and you guys are making money, you need that to flow, even without you. Even if, Jeff Bezos and his wife, they broke up the company, they still went along,
Okay. Yeah, you're right. And Bill Gates and a lot of successful people just went through some terrible divorces. So yeah, that's good advice, Sam.
Yeah. The company still went on. Me learning and growing up into this, I made a mistake of letting my emotions, get in the way of my business, and that's money lost. That's more time I gotta get back to, help me build this generational wealth that I'm trying to build. You know what I mean? And I let myself, or I let my mission, I let the mission that I was on, be at a standstill, for, a company, time is crucial, especially if you're a starter company, every second means something, especially how everything's organized, how everything's set up, especially being new. You don't want people to think, you're messing up in the beginning stages. So, this is a scam, or this isn't legit, or this isn't ran properly. Versus, me, myself, I know that I don't want to be looked at as an unprofessional person. I want to have great customer service. I want people to look back at the company, and I want them to feel like, wow, they do have, great customer service. They have values. Right. I would definitely buy a bus from them again. I would definitely, have them build out my business for me. It's always for me about now being in a relationship and being in a business are two separate things, and I keep them on the pedestal of being different. I cherish relationships that I have, so I don't even try to be in relationships and business at the same time. Even working with family sometimes can put you in a sticky situation, or it can bend or mold relationships. For the most part, if I do have business partner that I am involved with, or that is a part of my business, I try to set boundaries first. I try to say, hey, this is where I'm at in life. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to get more money. Your character is who you are when nobody is watching, when nobody's around, and I want good character to be shown off on my company. I want, for when nobody's looking, we're still doing right by our customers, and for me, that's the most important.
Now,
in a relationship.
Go ahead.
Pardon?
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, that level of maturity, and I really keep hearing that, and it's kind of hard even in life, like to even have that level of maturity for business and being a young entrepreneur. So, I mean, you must have had some good guidance. Like, give me one person or one figment in your life that has motivated that level of maturity in you? I mean, just one person, and tell me about that.
I can say my ex-business partner.
Wow. Wow. Business back to business. And that's interesting. That's interesting.
Honestly, he was my spouse, but for the most part, he was a businessman, and he always looked at, you have to look at a relationship as business. This is something he always used to speak to me about. You have to look at a relationship as business. How you treat your relationship, how you treat is how you're going to treat your business. And if your business fails, then it fails, and sometimes you can't even recover it,
Yeah.
So for the most part, he taught me a lot about being very patient with things. For me being young, sometimes, we want things done like a microwave. We want them done so quickly. When I bat my eye,
Quick
it's
money.
already done. I'm already rich.
Yeah.
I'm already, Forbes magazine. And, he really, took the time out and really taught me, things, even ways to negotiate with people about, never selling myself.
Right. So if I'm one of those people that I'm ready to get off the grid, and I'm ready to, a mobile salon or any type of mobile business, how would I get in contact with you?
Pardon?
How would I get in contact with you if I'm ready to live off the grid? I'm ready to get that mobile van. How would I get in contact with you?
You would contact me through my website at www.betterbrighterbuses.com, or you can email me directly. My business account is MMM, as in mom, MMM,
Okay.
CKNIGHT, Bria, BRIA at gmail.com, or you can give me a call, my business a call at 706-289-3051. Other than that, this is for it. These buses, literally, I've turned them into so many things for different people. I've turned them into, a speech therapy class for a woman out in Charlotte. I've turned one into like a mobile office for just one group. This guy in Tennessee, he has a white water rafting company. We drop our buses off to them, and a guy with a really big martial arts academy gang, and they come and they buy buses, and the support has been surreal. It's been amazing. I have, nonetheless, really I'm blessed to even be in this position, because looking back at it, not everyone is blessed with, the mindset that I'm at, or blessed with opportunities that I've been blessed with to run across the people and the paths that I have. My paths have been open, my doors have been open, but for the most part, women, ladies, young ladies, this is on you guys. You guys have to really know that, it all begins with you. No matter if you have a partner, if you don't have a partner, you on your own. Worry about what is yourself 5 years now going to say thank you for. Even the micro decisions, even with myself, with my business, I have, I've been slacking. I've been eating bad. I was.
Those are the bad side. Yeah. Pros and cons.
That alter you now, that are going to alter you. Even ladies, and I can't stress this enough, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your credit, get a small credit card, pay it off, don't use over 10%. To repair it isn't as easy as it is to just keep it in good standings. Don't make mistakes that you don't have to make. Learn from other people's mistakes. So many people in my life have told me, the mistakes that I shouldn't make, and I've made those mistakes. And yeah, it's better lesson to have learned them, to hear them. But at the same time, if you don't have to go through something, don't. And always be precautious of, anything that isn't really truly genuine how you feel about in your heart. Do what genuinely feels right
Yes,
for
yes.
you, ladies. At the end of the day, don't let anybody steer your direction from what it is that you want to do. What it is that you want to do. Other than that, for my last thing to say to these young ladies, these young entrepreneurs is, don't ever think you're too young to start. Don't ever think that you don't have the money or that you can't do whatever it is. You have to sacrifice, ladies. This is the time for you guys to really, truly sacrifice, go out there and really work, go out there. And even if you have to work for somebody and be an employee for a short period of time, go out and do that and reinvest that money. Even if you have to, go buy water and sell a pack of $1 water for $6, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and try to reach out your hustles as much as you can. Different streams, different revenues, different incomes. If you're into art, or if you're into jewelry, go out there and sell that. Don't sell yourself short. Don't give yourself the short end of the stick at all, because that's the first thing that's one of the hardest lessons I had to learn in business. And this is, I appreciate my business partner teaching me so much. Worry about yourself first. Don't worry about, they also have the mindset someone has to win for someone to lose. Win first, ladies.
Well, that is a lot of advice, especially for the young women, and you heard it here first on the Grilder podcast show. And I want to thank you, Brianna McKnight, for such an early. It's early. We're talking about 8:37. This is a young lady up. She's getting her message out there. She's getting her company out there. She was helping me get my show out there. So this is what the Grilder podcast show is about: supporting and giving love, because it comes back. And I hope you listened, heard that advice, and hey, welcome to the Grilder.